Hi there, Sophia Harris here from 𝐿GC Global Consulting, here to share some tips with you regarding some of the main business problems, pain points shared with us in our consultancy or coaching sessions with senior executives and MSME business owners. So in this video, I'm going to share with you that another key pain point is organizational culture and how that has hindered the process of pivoting and transformation. Now, I must tell you, if you don't have a culture that supports change, that is not agile and responsive, it's usually because your team members are not agile and responsive. So it all starts off with recruitment. And if you want an organizational culture that supports transformation and pivoting and adjusting to the rapidly changing global environment and digital world and economy that we operate in today, you have to hire people that not only have the degrees, because I'm telling you, as much as I have degrees and certifications up to the mountains, if you don't have the right mindset, attitude, open-mindedness and flexibility, adaptability, responsiveness, you will pull down any organization. And that is why, global leaders like Elon Musk, they have become skeptical of traditional education, because as much as I'm an advocate 100% for education, you must have other qualities that ensure that you will be a leader in terms of spearheading, as a new employee, spearheading the culture that the organization wants to carry into the future. So they say when you're a startup, you don't hire employees, you hire co-founders of your corporate culture and of your business, because they're going to set the tone for everything else. So you want the right attitude, the right mindset, humility, hardworking, good work ethic. You don't want people that come into the office and watch the clock for 4:45 to get up and aim for the door. So as 5 o'clock reaches, they're out the door and you can't get them on the phone. You want the right mindset. And I'm not saying you're going to force people to work outside of work hours, but you want an attitude where if they have to, just to get the job done, then they do it of their own will because they have good work ethic. Or they have great time management skills where they have structured themselves in a way where they don't need to work outside of work hours because their job is done on time. But you also want people who have a great attitude about work. And if it means that you have to institute a hybrid model to remote working, where they come into office 2, maybe 3 days a week and work remotely, you want to hire people who are responsible enough to produce no matter where they are in the world, so long as they can do their work remotely. And they come in 2 days a week for meetings, strategy sessions. I find that approach lowers stress levels and increases productivity. You take the commute out, people can spend more time with their children, they can relax more. And I find that if you give them a hybrid approach, they'll be much more productive because it shows that you also care about your employees. So recruitment practices, hybrid work models, or whatever matters to your recruits. They may want to come in every day. Some people may want to escape home. Listen to them. Reach a compromise so that everyone is happy. I recently completed a University of Miami course, a certification in Deming's 6 Sigma professional quality management theory. And it speaks about unlocking the inherent joy and intrinsic value of work. And it's just when employees and internal stakeholders love what they do and love your organization, they produce more and they look out for the organization's best interest. And it's at the core of it is that they feel the processes and the systems and the policies support them in helping them help the organization. And the burden is just not on them, They're not constantly being given unreasonable KPIs or, held to unreasonable expectations without the support systems. Like, for example, you ask someone to submit reports, but you give them a laptop that's barely working, or an operating system that is so outdated it can't even edit PDFs. But yet you expect them to negotiate and communicate with international partners. But their equipment and their software is not sophisticated to communicate with international partners on a level that they will appreciate or respect. You know, it doesn't allow you to be connected 24/7 so that you can be responsive to people in China and India who operate 10 hours ahead. So you've now set up this employee to fail because they're not equipped. You know, they come in, maybe they haven't been given a proper flow chart of what their job description is and how they fit in their department or the organization, and so they're lost. And they're just dropped out to sea to figure out on their own how they're going to survive and what they're supposed to be doing. So the Deming Six Sigma professional quality management theory is about the system supporting the employees and employees finding intrinsic value and joy in work because of that approach. And it talks about good recruitment and corporate culture, and it is one of the main theories that has spearheaded Japan as a leader in manufacturing and distribution. So I say this to say, recruiting the right people can make or break an organization, especially in a crisis. You don't want a set of panickers in your organization either who just give up because they feel removed and they feel that they're not being heard, or your internal communication is so weak that your employees don't even know what the company is doing. Are they going to lay us off or furlough us or cut our salaries? Communication is extremely important. And so I say, look into the different management theories. Look at how you're managing and recruiting, you know, your system of governance, your policies, how your department information flows, what their requirements are, department targets. See if they're reasonable. Have you used data to set these targets, or are they just developed out of thin air? You don't want to set up your staff and your departments for failure, because that will take away the intrinsic joy. Thank you for listening. Reach out to us anytime, laoglobalconsulting.com. We're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thanks for listening. One more.